Have you ever faced a moment when life seemed completely unfair? When no matter how good or faithful you tried to be, the suffering just wouldn't stop? Today, we're diving into the story of Job, one of the most profound and challenging narratives in the Bible. Job invites us to wrestle with the question, how do we trust God in the darkest times? Job is the last of 3 books in the Bible known as the wisdom literature. Each book offers a different perspective on how the world works. Proverbs shows us that living wisely often leads to good outcomes. Ecclesiastes reminds us that life can feel unpredictable and fleeting. And then there's Job, a raw poetic story that wrestles with human suffering and God's justice. In the opening chapters, we meet Job, a man described as blameless and upright. God allows the Satan, a spiritual accuser, to test Job's faith through unimaginable suffering. Job loses his children, his wealth, and his health. It's a haunting question. Why would God allow this to happen to someone so faithful? As the pain overwhelms him, Job breaks down. He curses the day he was born, questioning why he ever came into existence if life was destined for such misery. This raw honesty makes Job relatable. Haven't we all asked, why me, during our darkest moments? Enter Job's friends. At first, they sit silently with him, a beautiful act of solidarity. But then they begin to speak, and their words are less helpful. They insist Job must have sinned to deserve such suffering. Their arguments reflect a common mindset. If God is just, then Job's suffering must be his own fault. Job knows he's innocent, and he demands answers from God. Why would a just God allow innocent people to suffer? Job's boldness is striking. He doesn't turn away from God. He brings his pain and questions directly to him. It's a powerful reminder that we can approach God with our deepest struggles. Finally, God responds, but not in the way Job expects. God speaks out of a whirlwind, showing Job the vastness of his creation and the limits of human understanding. God doesn't explain Job's suffering, but he reveals that he governs the universe with wisdom far beyond our comprehension. The point? Trusting God doesn't mean we'll always understand his ways. It means believing that his wisdom is greater than ours. In the end, God restores Job's health, doubles his wealth, and blesses him with a new family. But the deeper lesson isn't about material restoration. It's about Job's journey to trust God even without all the answers. His faith is refined through the fire of suffering, and he emerges with a deeper understanding of God's sovereignty. The story of Job doesn't promise that life will always make sense, or that suffering will always have clear answers. Instead, it invites us to trust in a God whose wisdom is infinitely greater than ours. When life feels unfair, we can take comfort in knowing that God is still in control, and he walks with us through every trial. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who might need it today. See you next time.